Alright, so first off, you're gonna hear the AC in the background of this video most likely, and that's because it's very hot in this room right now. If I don't have that on, I'll die. And secondly, so I haven't necessarily made it a secret that my favorite wrestler right now is... You may be wondering if I've gotten questions about it. The answer is yes. Yes, I've gotten plenty of questions about it in my DMs. Mutuals saw me switch up. They're wondering why I like Spears so much now, and to tell you the truth, I honestly couldn't really explain it without me sounding like some big softy, or whatever terms those people with toxic masculinity use. I don't know. My point being is that my passion for this was dying, and Spears brought it back. He brought it back so well, I caved and decided to make a wrestling YouTube channel. A channel of which his logo is very subtly referenced in. But then when I tell people this, they're baffled because Spears isn't a great wrestler. He's not some 5-star classic or flippy shit. Whatever people like these days, but that honestly shouldn't matter, and that's the point of this video. Your favorite wrestler should not matter at all. There are obvious good and bad wrestlers, but as long as you have a basic understanding of what wrestling is, and there's a certain wrestler that you just kind of gravitate towards without really being able to give a good explanation, that should be perfectly fine. But no, instead people want to get on the former Bird app and tell you that you're wrong for liking wrestling. Like, do you see how dumb that sounds? Like, yeah, sure, maybe some wrestlers you should be judged if you like them, but I'm only talking the really bad ones that, like, literally cannot do anything in that ring. For example, if you like modern day Chris Jericho, that's a little suspicious, but at the same time, Chris Jericho has had such a storied career. So if you mean in general your favorite wrestler is Chris Jericho, then there's no need to judge. And if you're like me and your favorite wrestler their entire career has been considered a good hand, of which I actually have 2 favorites that you could put under that title, then again, there's no reason to judge. Why are they considered a good hand? Because they can wrestle and you can do basically anything with them. You can plug them in with basically anyone and they will do fine. If they can't, that's usually not their fault, that's the other wrestler's fault. Gable Steveson? If your favorite wrestler is someone like Gable Steveson, that is where you can get judged. For one thing, that dude has only had 1 match. His older brother is actually better than him in literally every single way. And the 1 match that Gable Steveson did have, trash. Actual garbage. It was the crowd rejecting him. He got his ass handed to him for most of it. And to top it all off, they're trying to push the motherfucker as a babyface. Also, on top of that, he, if you know, you know. So yeah, guys like him, yeah, I disagree. If that is your favorite wrestler, that is where I believe it is genuinely okay for you to get judged. Same goes with people like Alberto Del Rio, Jackson Riker, that guy's insane. And, you know, just people like that. Really, really bad people. Oh, but they're in-ring performers, so you should separate the art from the artist. Here's the issue with that. This isn't some cartoon with fictional characters, and you can just separate the art from the artist by putting yourself in the fictional world, or whatever phrasing you want to put for it. Here in wrestling, these people are not just wrestlers, they're also outside personalities. If they're caught lacking, it's gonna be felt by the whole wrestling universe, and then what's gonna happen is no one's gonna like them. I'm personally a big believer in separating the art from the artist, but if it's something like wrestling, I just can't do it. And of course, another thing that you could judge these people on is if they're objectively bad. I already mentioned Gable Steveson before, but people like say, I don't know, was the Gobbledygooker a wrestler? In that case, yeah, sure, judge them all to hell. Furthermore, if they're a bad wrestler and they don't even have a character to carry said bad wrestling, then yeah, that's even worse. I myself am not very fond of Orange Cassidy, but you know, there's a character there, and therefore I understand the appeal. Same goes with guys like Danhausen. But if it's like, oh wow, look at all that personality, and then there's no personality, 4x4? I honestly have no clue who this is, and I scrolled through Cage Match way too long to not use this. What does he look like? Oh my god! Alright, wasn't expecting that. But yeah, those are basically all of my points. Now we can get to the outro and
There's only one of me.
Alright. This is specifically to a friend of mine that I have. You know who you are. The question here is, would I judge someone if their favorite wrestler is Nia Jax? I'm going to keep the answer 100% real with you. If you asked me this question from the years of 2020 and back, I would tell you, yes, you should absolutely judge them. In fact, you can judge me right now because when she won the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 34, I was actually rooting for her. But these days, would I judge you if your favorite wrestler was Nia Jax? Honestly, nah. Yeah, sure, her mic skills are still really, and I do mean really bad. But in ring, she has genuinely improved. That doesn't mean I all of a sudden like her or adore her or anything like that, but if someone else did, yeah, I see it now, but only now. If you liked Nia Jax from 2020 back, oh my god. And with that, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you agree with me that your favorite wrestler shouldn't matter. Like whoever you want to like for the most part. And you know, just enjoy wrestling. That outro was not a perfect 10, but whatever. See you in the next one, bye.